All right, good morning, guys. So I'm not gonna give that long spiel I gave yesterday. Hopefully, you'll just look back on my video I posted. That was my first one I've posted in quite some time, and the first one of 2026. That's a general long reading. I'm just posting these so that you guys have a way to reach me. You could see how I read and see if it fits for you. But again, be careful about going to readers all the time or how many readers you watch. Same goes for AI. Don't let other things think for you. Trust your intuition. So, anything that I'm saying, either if it resonates, it should basically ring a bell. It should confirm something you already know or feel. And that's it. Don't let anything or anyone insert ideas into your head or think for you. That's very important, okay? So, we're going to start with the City Labyrinth Tarot. I finally flipped my screen around so you guys can see the cards properly. So that's good. City Labyrinth Tarot, excuse me, I'm still sick, is based on New York City in the early 2000s. So it's one of my most loved decks. I love this deck so much. That's interesting. So, excuse me. Nine of Cups and Three of Cups. I was holding the deck upside down, so I thought they came out upside down, but they didn't. That might be significant too. Like somebody might think things are not going to work out or they're not good, but they actually are. So don't allow your pessimism to become your reality, because manifestation works both ways. If you have faith in yourself and faith in your potential and your ability, and for things to change, then that's what will be. But if you put your faith in pessimism or into fear, fear is a liar and the devil's a lie, so fear is the devil. So, I need a little bit more. For some reason, I feel the need. Yeah, let's get some more so I can get this clear story. So, Nine of Cups, Three of Cups, Six of Pentacles, and the Magician. Normally, I'll describe each and every card individually as I pull them. But these two came out together, and these two came out together. So I'm going to give a little separation between them, just so that we can differentiate the storylines. So let me scoot these up, because we're going to fill up this table. All right, so the Nine of Cups with the Three of Cups. And on the opposite side, we have Six of Pentacles and the Magician. This looks like, to me, like this is success and independent luxury. Okay, that's what this young lady on this card is. This is independent success and luxury. Okay, this is giving like a self-made millionaire type energy. Like, yeah, like independent balling. And then the Three of Cups is simply celebration. Okay, as you can see, it's like celebrating all of your accomplishments. You know what I mean? And what's also interesting is Six of Pentacles and the Magician. They have this similar energy. First of all, what really stands out to me is the windows. So although it's not the same, I'm hearing on the outside looking in, seeing you manifest, right? Because the Magician is manifestations. So it's like some rebel or rebellious person, not necessarily like in this style, but a person that's not, if they're going against the grain or going against what they probably should do. Like Wheel of Fortune means going with the flow, so they're going against the flow. Okay, and it's like they're on the outside looking in, and this face he's making is very important, because it's like, wait, how did you do that? Like are you like literally a magician? Like, is that magic? And the Six of Pentacles is like, this is a lot right here, actually. The Six of Pentacles, it's a card that has its normal meaning is generosity or somebody sharing or giving to you. But in this sense, it's giving that a multitude of things. And again, take what resonates, but I'm getting a multitude of things. Like, don't sit around waiting for a handout or for somebody to save you, or if you're still in a lifestyle of expecting others to give to you and help you survive while you're just sitting, you know what I mean? Um, the magician is the manifestation. So it's like you rebelling against just sitting there and getting up and doing it as well. So there's multitudes of messages from these cards. This is also giving me the energy of like, it's giving me the energy of some people think that it's the charity or handouts that helped you get to where you are now. And it's not. It's the manifestation. It's you putting in your hard work and your intentions, turning your intentions towards up, towards making it out of said situation. So for me, this really stands out because I myself was homeless for God knows, like over a decade, okay? Um, and if you look at where I am now to then, I know people that knew me then are just like bewildered, like, how? And I myself can't tell you how. I say by the grace of God. I prayed my way out of it and I tried to just do the right thing. I tried to do what I felt God was telling me I can and cannot do that would lead me home. So, yeah. Let's get a different deck of cards so we can clarify. This is interesting. I'm actually quite intrigued. We'll use the Out of Hand Tarot. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Hmm. Oh, yeah. Okay. We. This card gets me every time because like the lovers is like, oh, a love situation. No, 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 no. Pay close attention. Pay very. It took me a while to peep this about this card. What do you notice about these hands? How many hands are there? And how many people are there? There's three people. And what's even crazier to me, right, is if you look at the tattoos. Ooh, child, look at the tattoos. Look, we got the angel wings. This is representing your arm because of the direction this is coming from. So this is like your arm. Then we have the arm with flames on it. And then we have what appears to be, oh, there's flowers on her hand, but there's snakes in this beautiful garden. So this is like giving the energy of somebody that you're celebrating your independent success because you left behind a person or people that had you in third party situations, right? Like somebody was with, it's giving a negative energy being with somebody that looks all good, looks like a pretty flower, but there's snakes in their garden, right? So this is very reminiscent with the photos. It's like people, it's almost giving like a, oh, I don't like that. It's giving a teamwork type of situation where somebody tried to, as a couple maybe, or just as a team, tried to, I don't know, I feel like whatever it is, it's like, it could be a multitude of things. Uh, like somebody trying to be with you, but they have somebody, right? But that somebody is in on the plan of them playing you so that they can benefit, right? It's giving that weird energy. So, be mindful, leave people in the past and move forward to the future. Find better people to surround yourself that'll celebrate you and all of your accomplishments and all of everything you've overcome, okay? I'll do this wild reflections afterwards. Let me get one more of these. Okay, interestingly enough, the Empress was right there on the bottom when I picked up the deck. This one did not come with it. And the Empress in this card is pregnant, as you can see. So it may or may not be literal. It could be you birthing a new timeline. You could be, stepping into a new era. But it is kind of indicative that I'm not saying, oh, somebody's pregnant. No, I'm not saying that. I had a child, right? I was pregnant while I was homeless. And when I had my baby, that's when I made the changes. That's when I trusted in God and took my step forward to get literally off the streets. So my entire pregnancy I spent on the streets. So for me, this is really resonating. And I manifested and prayed my way up out of there so my child could have a chance, right? So I could be a part of my child's life. There's definitely the energy of blooming as well with the flowers. So you didn't have to literally have a child, but you're literally blooming and everything is coming into fruition, okay? From where you started to where you are now. It's a lot of beautiful blooming and fruition that's happened. Wow. Who knew this was going to deeply resonate with me? Wasn't expecting that one. I feel like... Oh, excuse me. I'm going to use the O cards. These are my favorites. I'm not going to lie. These are actually my favorite. Look at that. 2 of them shot out. Wow. Oh, wow. Look at this. Mm-hmm. Well, boredom and rival. Boredom coming out underneath the 6 of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Empress. So, again, if you were living in the fast lane or things were just like hectic and a lot going on, right? And all of a sudden you're living a calm, docile, normal life. You know, you have a routine or you're stable, right? Sometimes from where you're coming from, if you come from like chaos, that can feel like boredom, okay? But be careful not to mistake that for boredom, because content and being okay does not equate to boredom. It's like, find something else to do with your time that's more productive. And that way you won't be bored. If you do what you love, you know what I mean? You won't work a day in your life, but you also won't be bored. So, rival. Let's get into it. Also, let me just side note. I think it almost feels like somebody is bored being a parent, or maybe it's boring and it's not as lively being a parent, at home parent, whatever it is that you are dealing with, or just the lifestyle change. But again, don't look at it in a negative way like it's boredom. My grandma always said, there's no such thing as bored. There's too much that you can be doing right now. So, that's interesting. I wonder if there's a way for me to flip this camera so you guys can actually see the words properly. Let's see. Oh, yep, there it goes. Okay. So just know that this is, my bad. I didn't know I could do that. Learning experience, right? I haven't been reading in a long time on my computer, so bear with me. But like I said with this lovers, it's funny because the lovers in a different deck would have meant a whole different thing. But the lovers, that plural standing out with the word rival, I'm just saying, man, it's like, oh, I heard they sleeping with the enemy. Oh, Jesus. Because honestly, you got a peep game, right? Anybody that could share their person in order to get over on somebody else, or allow them to have a certain contact with certain others just in order to hurt them, you got to be weary and realize you can't trust them either. You're sleeping with the enemy, because they'll do it to somebody else and they'll let you, you know what I mean, be on the front lines. I don't know. That seems like an op to me. Like, it's funny because I can definitely relate that some people I've left behind, they tend to stay close, connected, and trusting of the people that are actually right next to them trying to harm them or bringing harm to them in many different ways. Yeah, dude. Wow. Jesus. Okay. That's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna go with some oracle cards because, yeah, that's pretty wild. That's actually wild. What deck do I want though? I can't decide. Oh, excuse me. I guess I'll go with the I don't care oracle. And we get the box art out on the first pull. That's funny. So, where is it? Right here. So, this is actually the cover image of the actual cards. Okay. That's what we're looking at. And it's not a big deal. Okay. So, I like how, even though this says it's not a big deal, there's a lot going on in this card. Oh my. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. 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 I'm getting multitudes of things, but I want you to peep something that's standing out to me. So you see that this person's wearing purple, right? It's kind of reminiscing of this purple sleeve. The nails are also painted just like these nails. So to me, it stood out as like an indication. Also with the color of the glasses, as you can see, it's giving somebody who is LGBTQ plus, which it's not a big deal if you are, right? But it would be a big deal if it came to a situation of somebody having you in a third party and they're with somebody you didn't expect them to be with, right? So not only are you getting cheated on, it's like everybody is your competition, like any and everybody, right? So, and it's not the problem that who they're choosing, it's the fact that they're choosing so many and they're playing so many people. And sometimes in those certain relationships, they are complicated, and sometimes people will accept lesser treatment and their person will be cheating on them with somebody else, right? So either way it goes, both parties are being played. Um yeah, this is giving that somebody is I'm hearing threesomes as well. I don't know who. Take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, let it fly. Whatever parts don't suit you, don't. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is giving. I'm also getting a secondary meaning when I look at this and this together. I'm like, I feel like somebody may also be in this type of relationship, right? Just to use somebody for their money, because again, Nine of Cups is that independent wealth. So this could be somebody that's, this could be somebody that's even trans, maybe, that they're using for their money. You know what I mean? Like playing them just to have what they want, all the while out there playing a person who had their heart, like, and who they were loved by truly. So it's like they're just using people, and it's probably because of the fact they simply lost their grips on you due to you growing and glowing. Okay. So again, take what resonates. Sometimes it's pretty wild, but it is what it is. And some people really do live this. Let me say right now, this resonates for me, okay? All of it. Because people do go through this. So if it sounds wild to you, it's not wild to everybody. Trust and believe somebody's going through this. Drama free, period. Oh, period. Oh, period. Oh, period. Okay, wait a minute. Hold up. That's why it feels like boredom, like I said, because you don't got no drama. You're not in chaos. That's why it feels boring. It's not boring. It's not boring. And also, you choosing to be drama free and move from this to this, from not having to manifesting to birthing, whether it be a new life, a new timeline, or a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Yeah, you're living drama free. And amen to that, and more power to you. You heard me? Because this mess that they're creating over here, they can stay in it, right? You made your bed, now lay in it. That's just what I feel about it. Wild Reflections Tarot. Oh, look at this. I swear to God, I just said this. You made your bed, now lay in it. The Chariot comes out upside down, okay? And being that the horses are both black and white, this is like clear cut in black and white, okay? And what's also interesting is the fact that there's some black and white hands, okay? I'm just saying, okay? This is interesting because this is like Stagnancy. Okay? The chariot upright is forward movement, nothing can stop you, right? The chariot in reverse is stagnancy, and there are no options. You are stuck. You are stuck in whatever it is. You have basically buried a little hole and fell in it. That's crazy. And it's also just not a big deal. Like, don't play Captain Sava. You feel me? Don't play Captain Sava. Don't feel sorry for nobody. They did that to themselves. Let them learn in it. You feel me? If you constantly are trying to save somebody or protect somebody from the stuff they cause in their own life, they can never heal nor learn. So you're actually hurting them more. Okay? So not only are you hurting yourself to stay in the company of what doesn't serve you, but you're hurting them as well because you're keeping them stagnant more so than they already are. They can never go through their tower moments with you protecting them. With your energy still around them, they can't experience the towers that are going to cause the change that needs to be, okay? So be very mindful about that. Period. That's funny. That's funny. So, 5 of Wands. And then we got 7 of Swords. Excuse me. So let's start with the 7 of Swords. As you can see, this is somebody lurking and wanting to watch you, right? Keeping their eye on you. And it's like, it's giving the energy of Cupid's bow and arrow, because that's what he's holding, is a bow and arrow. And also what he's technically doing, it looks like a native person as well. So it's like somebody's hunting you in a way. They're trying to find you, not literally like wanting to, But I feel like it's like trying to get that arrow back in your butt from Cupid, like trying to woo you again, okay? Trying to get you back in their favor. I don't like that. Also, 5 of Wands. This is interesting in this card because I'm not getting the regular meaning from this card. I'm getting a collective magic type of energy, which is weird. This is also strange because of this long staff and this man being right here in the middle. Then there's 2 men on the side and 2 women as well. This is giving like a person that is philandering with many different people. It's also giving me the energy of like, what's that called? Swinging, like being with couples and stuff. That's what that energy says right there. They're all circled around one pole, and it's like they're all hiding behind trees. And it's like they're all, you know what I mean? Like, there's one person that's reaching for the guy in the middle, who seems like that is representing their main. Okay, so like in this picture, this is like that person, this is like the main person, right? And then you've got all these other people, and it's like, it's just a whole lot going on. It's a whole lot of mixing energy in a bad way. And again, let their towers fall, let things be what they are, let them stay stagnant, and they'll be in reflection until they learn, okay? That is a part of the learning process, yes. And as I say that, the freaking Hierophant, bro. The Hierophant. When you know better, you'll do better, right? And change doesn't happen until people are literally sick and tired. You got to be so sick and tired. Because it took me a long time to get entirely and fully sick and tired. You would think that I would have been sick and tired of being in the streets 3 years into it. But when you get caught up in habits and cycles and like distortion and ideas that aren't real, right? And like false love and things and chasing false love, those things will keep you stagnant. And the Hierophant is to remember you are wiser. You're standing in your North Node. You're actually very reliable. Like, you need to rely on your own intuition and know. Because, like, know better and do better. You know better now, so you are expected to do better. If you want to insert yourself back in a situation where you're in confusion and delusion, that's your choice. If you feel so bored that you crave the chaos again, it sounds to me like it's reminiscent of addiction, okay? It's reminiscent of craving something again. Maybe you need to go to like a meeting or something, right? Whether it be church, AA, NA, something, you need a therapist, you know what I mean? Don't fall back into old cycles or let people back in that are not on your frequency. When I say you can't take everybody with you and you grow your frequency higher, you've leveled up, and the other people haven't, you cannot bring them with you. They will only bring you down, okay? It's a choice they have to make on their own. And not just words choice. It's an action, right? It's a continued actions. Let's see what we get from Man Bites Dog. This is another playing card game. And it's really fun. It just has one word on it, but I like it. So I think this is the new edition as well. Yeah. It's a travel game collection. So we have Market. Okay. But we also had iPod come out. This could be multitude of things. I'm hearing that it could have something to do with music and selling it. Selling your own music, whether you make beats, whether you sing, whether you rap, whatever it might be. That's for some people, not all. It could also have to do with, I'm hearing Market Street, and again, for me, that resonates from where I was coming from. Especially with the storyline right here, that really resonates because the person I'm thinking of, that's the street too. That's funny. The irony of that one is crazy. I just want to give you guys examples of how it may not resonate for you, but it will resonate for somebody. And no, I'm not doing a personal reading of myself. I just happen to have some readings come through that I can resonate with, and that's perfectly normal. Nurse. Okay. Oh, you know what? See, again, I'm going to use my example for why this resonates for me. So, from the streets, right, and being somebody being generous, and then manifestations, right? That's the magician. And also with this rebellious figure, it's giving me like doing what everybody else wouldn't do. For me, nurse comes out and it reminds me that part of the reason I even had the potential to even the ability to get off the streets or get help for me being pregnant and for my son was because of a nurse. There was 2 nurses, and these are nurses that were not in a hospital. They work in hospitals, but they also go out and get in the field and talk to and help people who are literally in the streets and won't come out of it or can't come out of it. So this is like outreach type shit. This is exactly what saved my life. Literally. There were 2 nurses, and I swear to God, if it was not for them, I don't know what would have happened. Yeah. Yeah, that's really deeply moving to me. But nurse is also giving for others who don't resonate like that way. It's like, nurse is like nursing yourself back to health. Taking the time to heal, okay? And that's exactly what it takes to get from where you were to where you are now. You had to nurse yourself back to health, mentally, emotionally, and physically, okay? Oh, Jesus. Wait a minute. Okay. This is ironic. Oh, man. Okay, so a lot of things came to my mind when I pulled this card. It's exclusive, and it has a dog on it, right? That's the cover, like, image, you know? That is the cover image right there. Oops. Right there. Okay. So, exclusive. The irony of that. So there's a multitude of things coming through. Not only is this tower moment, although there's not the tower on here, the chariot being stagnant, this, you made your bed, now lay in it. It's exclusive to them. Like, only they need to go through it. If you get your energy around them while they're supposed to be going through that, you're going to stop fate from happening where it helps them to learn the hard way, okay? The way that sticks. Exclusive is also in reference to with the dog, the irony, it's like they're a dog. They're not exclusive. Okay, obviously with all this energy, they're not exclusive. So, and if you're looking for drama free and happiness, they even may try to, with this hunting, they might try to come in and pretend to be exclusive with you, or like, oh, I'm not with nobody, I left everybody behind. Don't buy that. Don't buy that. Ooh, shut up. Right when I said that, Falls 4 came out. And cruel, tough, angry, downsize, stuns. I can't make this up. I've never really, when I get that many cards, I usually will put them back. Ooh, they want you to fall for them. And they're cruel ways, and they're angry. That's why they only want to get back to you because they're angry that you left them and that you're living good. Okay? Tough luck is what I'm hearing. Tough luck, buddy. But stay. You've been tough through all this anyways. And stuns. They're stunned that you've downsized, right? And that you're exclusive with yourself. You're in your own healing aura, and you're not letting anything pierce your bubble of peace, okay? And that's stunning to people because in the past, maybe you weren't like that. Maybe you allowed so much to hurt you, and they're like, wait, since when did you get tough and get a backbone, you know? And they were cruel to you. It's giving cruelty. And that is cruel, to play somebody and have other people on the side and be philandering with other people and not saying it, because you could spread disease like that, you know what I mean? And they do. Storyteller, yeah. Storyteller is giving me that they're telling you a story. They're making it up, and it's not truly like, they're just gonna tell you a fantasy. Success came out in reverse, so they're not gonna be successful in trying to run this fake story on you. Dang. Okay. That's a lot. I'm just going to take the first one that flipped over. Okay. The whole deck just jumped out. It's giving me the energy that there's a lot to it. But right now, they're not going to be successful in their attempts to insert themselves back into your life and cause more pain and drama and cruelty. You're healing. It says begin to think of the fresh air and the sunshine. Also, remember how much you were hurting in the past, maybe dealing with these people or this situation, and how hard it felt like it was so hard to breathe. You know what I mean? Like, even if it was just crying so hard you felt like you couldn't breathe, or hurting, your heart hurting so bad it felt like you couldn't deeply inhale. Something about remembering that feeling is important. So, again, take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm only doing this to encourage people, well, to give confirmation for whatever you might be feeling or thinking. So if you're doubting yourself, second guessing yourself, or, oh, maybe they've changed, or maybe I'm just being mean, or, you know, if you have kids with somebody, it's like you want to let them back in, but if you're dealing with somebody that's like a narcissist or has narcissist ways, they're not only going to treat you like that, they're going to treat their child like that as well. Sometimes narcissists will treat their children the worst. I refuse to put my son through feeling like he has a connection with someone that made him, that loves him, supposedly, right? Only to find out that they have ill intent, or they don't care about their feelings, or they're playing on their mental or emotional. That's never going to happen for me. You feel me? So, yeah, sacrifices, but, you know, weigh your pros and cons and be real with yourself. Okay? Don't be sold a bullshit story. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next reading.